This week's Parsha is the last Parsha in Bereshit, in Genesis. Uh, and this is when Yaakov blesses his sons, tells them their future. A very interesting side note. In 1789, George Washington, as you know, was inaugurated as president here in New York City. When Washington basically, there was a problem, a unique problem. There was a unique problem to Washington being inaugurated. The problem was that the United States specifically does not have a state religion. Unlike, it was probably the first country at that time not to have a state religion. Washington wanted to make clear that no one religion had rights over another. So he did not use any church's Bible to be sworn in. Use a church's Bible to be sworn in, so that no church could say, oh yeah, there's no state religion, but Washington used our Bible. He went to St. John's Lodge number 1 here in New York, a Masonic lodge, and used their Masonic Bible, because this way it clears the whole thing. And by the way, in Masonry, all religions are considered to be equal. You should be steadfast, as we say, in your own religion, whatever it is. That's one of the reasons. And now it's on 23rd Street. It used to be downtown. But the point is he also had it marked to what he wanted to be sworn in on. And that was this week's Parsha. So why did Washington choose this week's Parsha above all others? Yaakov is blessing his sons. His sons, in the end, are united. After the whole story with Yosef and all that, they become united as one. How many sons did he have? 12. How many states were there? 13. Okay, you're off by one. If you add Manasseh and Ephraim and etc., you can come to 13. The point that Washington was making was that the United States is a united country. Yaakov blesses his sons, says each one has his own duty. Washington was pointing out that every state had something unique in it. So in other words, it's a lesson that we can draw from an act of Washington, that he wanted to make a point that the United States should be united as were the sons of Yaakov. And that yes, we might have disagreements, this and that. When the final analysis, we're all brothers. And that was the basic thing that Yaakov was trying to get across to his sons. You're different. Each of you has your own unique abilities, but each one, you cannot have a complete whole without each one contributing his part. Something to think about.